in future I would have gotten to, my company would have gotten to.
Information and communications which some talented children have shown ingenuous interest in the sector is alarming. One of such is this 10-year-old tech genius who is building an application that will provide answers to all health challenges. And the solutions are based on natural remedy. This is just a few of his outstanding achievements as a teenager.
We should empower children from the very young age, because that's what has lifted up my understanding.
A boy of many colors, but the most prominent is his shining knack for programming and coding. He is just 10 years old, but has a dream of using technology to create a better world for centuries to come. Master Agbola started grooming his passion from the age of 6.
When I was 6 years old, my dad enrolled me for a coding class called Genius Academy. They actually said I was too young, but my dad decided that they create a curriculum for me. And when I was done, they were surprised at what I could do. Then I went to CCU when I was 7 years old for some Scratch coding classes.
He is proficient in the use of Scratch, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Java and many others. He has built a number of games, a healthcare app and some websites, one of which he did for his primary school. He was the youngest speaker at the ICTEL Expo of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry in 2019.
The fourth industrial revolution is changing the way we live, work and do business. My appeal is to parents, teachers and government and the captains of the industry seated right here to empower the children of my generation with technology skills to prepare them for the future.
My auntie was lost to the grips of breast cancer because of poor diagnosis, and that has inspired me to create a web app called Bridge Doctor.
He explains how the Bridge Doctor will work.
You get into it. You search for it is a ailment, and it gives you home remedies, treatment to your disease. Not like go take antibiotics, go take paracetamol, just like normal ones like honey, go take garlic, go take this, and home remedies that really work.
You should be teaching me in school that I had to do. I got a course. I went for a master's program in Lagos Business School, and I got admitted for the program. I gave birth 2 weeks before then, and I took him to class from 2 weeks old. So they've been calling him professor ever since he was 2 weeks old. So I guess somehow, that anointing has rubbed off on him.
Joshua's parents and siblings have been a strong pillar of support for him. He explains how his fashion expert of a mother and other members of the family have contributed towards molding him.
For my dictionary.
We had to look for a school that understood what we're doing, because it's quite strange to people. And find a school that understands, that thinks out of the box. And God being so great, we approached the school who said they could not accept that. Then we went to another school and we found a school that understood that, look, you need to give children the opportunity to shine.
This is one of my robotics pets. And I'm aspiring to be a robotics engineer in the future. Maybe one of the biggest robotics company, and I'll be one of the biggest robotics engineers, because I love the introduction of AI and robotics, making of robots.
For his age and ambitions, Joshua's precocious ideas and giant ambitions continue to blend as he combines going to school and further training as a programmer at his age. This is his class teacher as a junior secondary school student. He has only spent a term here, and his disposition towards learning stands him out.
He had an arrangement with the parents. He only comes to school 2 days in a week. But then, if you look at his results, it's far better than those of students that come to school almost every day, because is actually doing well, especially in ICT.
Empower children from the very young age. Because that's what has lifted up my understanding. Assuming I started as like 8 years old. 8 years old is still early. Assuming I started at this very age. I will have spent more time to achieve what I will have achieved today. So we need to have more spaces to teach small children how to code.
Are geniuses born or made? This is Mr. Agbuola's perspective.
A bit of what we are doing with Joshua comes from a book that I read several years ago by Malcolm Gladwell. It's called The Outliers. And the summary of that book, which I don't want parents to lose out, is that if you start early enough with a child in an area of his passion and in an area of his talent, and you keep exposing him and he invests his time and effort in that field, if he is able to accumulate total 10,000 hours of practice and of focus in that field, he will eventually be called a genius.
The duo of father and son have begun a journey of writing a book that will address ICT issues as well as inspire other children.
As an outcome of the TechPoint speaking engagement, we felt there was a need for more people to know about this. So, you know, father and son, business partners, came together. we had a conference and said, okay, fine, let's work on this project together and come up with a book, that will encapsulate what we are talking about the future change that is coming.
I feel that's not the government that's going to build Nigeria. It's not the government that's going to really build any country. America and all these people they call first world countries are mainly built by the people. They had in Britain, UK, they had strategy sessions. They were mainly built by the people. What I feel is that we ourselves should think and pick up with ideas or make a kind of place that we can ideate. So bring out exceptional kids, bring out exceptional people. Think of ideas on how to make Nigeria a better place. Because the only way we can build